Hey guys, just wanted to give a real quick overview of the PitchGuessr app here. I'm not going to go into too much details of all the features, just a real quick overview. Um, so let's get into it. Here we come in here. I'm going to continue a game at already seeded data, so I don't have to go through a complete game with you. Real quick, where this idea was born from, playing MLB The Show online. I kind of used the overlay features. I know they have some in-depth pitching locations stuff that you can dig into in the game. Not really something you can do in a competitive environment. No one wants you to pause while you're looking at tendencies and the menus, or pausing the game to look at the sequencing or the cluster maps built into the game. Plus, those are just giving you basic features. This is giving you more feedback, more control. It's not disrupting the flow of the game. And basically, how I used to do this was I had a strike zone like this on a whiteboard, and I'd use different colored pens depending on the count to reflect, an 0 and 0, 0 and 1 count, whatnot. And then I just had this huge strike zone on a whiteboard with all these different colors, and I had to remember, oh, what's the count? This is the color marker I'm using. It can become cumbersome. So then I was like, why don't I print out sheets? And then I had a strike zone for every count. And then I had a sheet for every, righty versus lefty, lefty versus righty. But, then that became, again, where there was a draw, flipping this page, I got to flip this picture. Oh, now I have a lefty, pitcher switched, all this stuff. So this was born out of that. I basically took that idea, and as a software developer, I created a simple web app that I was using on my PC, ran it next to my computer, next to my gaming screen. I would be playing online, using my mouse, clicking. That was kind of tedious too, because I had to click and then, drag the mouse around. So I was like, I really need a way to do this quickly. It would be great if I could use my iPad or my iPhone. So I took that into account, and I took what I did there and I turned it into an app. And I thought, maybe some other people are interested in doing this. Maybe some people are nerds like me, and I like to see things graphically, and I like to see things lighting up. But that's really where this idea was born from. So let's just give a real quick overview here. I'm not going to go into detail. Here's the basic screen. This is a game I already have in session. This is the 25th at bat of this game, 85th pitch. You have your pitcher, lefty, righty, if they switch during the game. You have your batter, you have your lineup. You set all this stuff at the beginning of the game. Don't need to worry about it. It auto tracks all this stuff for you. You can undo, redo. You have your history view. You can go back. You can edit history if you mess something up. You pick the wrong location, something like that. You can go back and edit it. It's really cool, really simple, really intuitive, I think. Again, like if the count's wrong, you need to skip at a bat because you missed data. You're not losing any of that stuff. You have that ability built in. Again, simple. All you're doing is, again, I'm using a mouse here just to kind of be able to point on screen what I'm looking at. But here you are in an 0-2 count, a righty versus righty, and you just start tracking. A strike there, ball there. It's you see it's tracking the outs, the counts. You don't have to worry anything. You're just clicking and you're saying, what was happening. That's it. That's it. And then you just start seeing this heat map heat up. Where they're going to throw it, where their likelihood percentages. It's even broke down into even deeper details than that, but I'm not going to go into that here. Let's go full screen here. Some more quick overviews. You can see this is the tendency that the person's going to throw it in the strike zone or out of the strike zone based on past tendencies in this game. You have different matchup models. So like right now we're in the standard model, and it's smooth. So what that means is that it's taking into account right, this is the real percentage, this is the raw data, and this is kind of taking into account of the likelihood that it could be in some of these other locations. I'm not going to go into details. You have different modals, so this is a matchup. So the matchup is taking into account, if we go out, it's easier to see. If we go, so matchup is going to take into account the handedness and the current count. And you can see that righty versus righty in an 0-1 count, this person has thrown 18 pitches here, and this is the percentage that they've thrown through all these locations. And you can see it's on smoothing now. So smoothing basically, when you don't have a lot of data, it kind of filters that all out rather than having, you know, like this be 80% and this be 20% and then everything else being 0. There's a likelihood that they could throw these other locations, so it kind of smooths that data for you. Or you can just go to the raw view, where this is like 33% of the time they've been here, 5% here, 27 here, and then you go back this one, it's kind of smoothing the data, so it's making the data more readable when you don't have enough of it. And then you've got different things like percentage. Like this is showing the percentage. You can show just the counts. Like this is the actual number of pitches thrown in that location. 5 here, 6 here in these accounts. If you go back to the other model, this is just looking at righty versus righty in any count, right? You kind of switch between that. And then you have this an overlay that you can turn on, which is a sequencing overlay, which is showing you the previous at-bats, where it's showing you like this was the first pitch of this at-bat, because it's a brighter color. And see how it starts tracking the locations. And then you can see the number, the pitch sequence, where it goes, and then you can look at previous at-bats, like, you know, the 6th pitch went here in a previous at-bat, and stuff like that. So if we go back, we can hide that, which is just going to show you the data. This is going to show you the sequencing. Then you can just show the sequencing. If you don't care about the percentages, you just want to see what it is in this, you know, particular thing. In this particular at-bat where you're looking at, this is the last time batter number 4 batted against this pitcher, right? And then you go back to the algorithm view. I mean, that's really it. You got a history. You can edit all that stuff. You got stuff like undo, redo. You know, if there's an intentional walk, you're not counting that. Like that shouldn't mess up your data. You can do things like edit if the balls or strikes are wrong. You missed something, you can skip it, just so that it's not throwing data in that's invalid and kind of messing up the algorithms. I mean, that's basically it. I mean, there's a lot more to it than that. I think I need a longer video to really play through a game and kind of show you the differences between all that stuff. If you're interested, let me know. I can do some more shorter videos too, kind of breaking down all these different modes. And I do have plans for newer modes, different models, and stuff like that. I love your feedback, kind of what you like, what you don't like. We have a beta program. If you go to the RetroGhostLabs.com website, the link's below, we have some limited spots for beta testers for some of our future games or apps for MLB The Show and other things. So we just need some beta testers in that program. You know, you get free pre-released versions of some of our apps. You get to test them out. You get to report bugs or features you'd like to see, stuff like that. And in that beta program, your feedback goes to us. We make changes, and then we, you know, as showing our thanks for supporting us and helping us test the app, we usually give you a free year subscription to whatever that app is in the future. There's limited number of seats for that, but you can go fill out the form, and then, you know, we'll be in touch if there's an opening or something we want you to test. But that's about it. If you go to the website, we have some other apps, Pitch Tunnel. I have a Diamond Ops app, a whole bunch of Diamond Ops apps coming out. I have a Stub Ops app, which will help you with flipping cards or stuff like that if you're interested in that, or helping you look into your inventory and find cards that are worth a lot of money that you didn't realize, that may be lower valued cards. It kind of helps you track that and make suggestions. It also has a prediction model of you know, upgrades and downgrades, so you can do investment and stuff like that. So that's an app that we definitely need some beta testers for. Hope to have that out in the next couple weeks. So the sooner we get some beta testers, the sooner we can get that app out. And, you know, if you want to help, you get a free copy. If not, we will give you more updates here, and you can subscribe and get the app for yourself. We have another roster ops app, which is again using some stuff in the background to pull your game data and your inventory and your cards, and kind of look at players that you're good with, and kind of track it down to that level, and help you make lineups based on the difficulty level you're playing at, your tendencies with cards and stuff like that. So that's another app too that I'm working on. But just let me know below if you're interested in anything. And actually, for this, the PitchGuessr, I have 5 free annual subscriptions I can give away. So if you want to comment down below and just put the hashtag frozen, the word frozen, not as in the movie, but as in you got frozen on a 2 and 3, a 3 and 2 count, and struck out. But just comment with the word frozen, and then I'm thinking I'll shut it in about a week, say next Friday. I believe that is the 20th. I believe next Friday is the 20th, March 20th. We'll shut that then. If you're in on Friday the 20th, with a comment below, I'll do a real quick live stream on YouTube, or just a quick video, and I'll randomly pick 5 people that have commented frozen below, and send you a code for the Apple Store, and you can get a free annual subscription to the PitchGuessr app. So feel free to do that. Let me know if you're interested in seeing more videos like this, or interested in more of our apps. All our links for our information is below. Links to the app stores below. All that stuff's there. We'd love feedback. We'd love to hear from you. If this is interesting, if this app stinks, let me know. I mean, that's great too. It's always good to have feedback like that. But yeah, just let me know what you're thinking, what you see here, if you're interested in any of this stuff, and hopefully I can be back with some more videos.